Ah, darn.
Jolly didn't make it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Academy Overwatch match. Today, we are seeing the University of New Haven face off against West Virginia Wesleyan College. I am Jollification, and I'm here with my co-caster.
Hey guys, I'm Slasher. Excited to join Jolly back at it again for Academy Overwatch. Ready to see how Academy has improved and take on this new challenge. So we obviously it's paused right now, but we'll get right into it soon, hopefully.
Yeah, looks like there might be some technical difficulties in the lobby. See, hopefully they get resolved quite quickly.
You think it's our side or their side?
Probably not on the side of.
Oh,
Oh, back in the lobby.
welcome back everyone to the lobby.
Looks like first map will be Lijiang Tower.
Solid start. I assume we're gonna see Academy probably run some type of brawl comp or rush comp with Rogue Slayer on JQ, but we'll see what happens. Any predictions, Jolly?
Um, I predict UNH will win the series 3-0. That is my prediction.
Very strong prediction. Let's make this a sweep.
What is your prediction for this match?
As someone who has been coaching the team, I believe in the best of their abilities, and I definitely can see a 3-0 in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're on the same page there. Hopefully, do get started. Know what's
Oh,
going on.
uh,
Here we go. Entering.
yep. Seems like UNH is ready to put on a show. Paused again.
Oh no.
Well, I might be our side, unfortunately. Another restart. Hopefully, this will be the last restart, and we can get right into this match. I am as confused as everyone else, but we'll get this match started shortly. Nepal?
That may be the reason for the restart if were on the wrong map. Oh,
That
it's
called it
paused again.
called it too soon. I we do not know what the first map they are picking, so we have really no insight to this. But hopefully, like Jolly has said, this gets fixed shortly. You can definitely see them talking about it.
Yeah, not a ton to comment on if you're the UNH team here. Just because normally if there was like a pause middle of a map or something, you've got strategy to talk about, fix your problems that have been happening, plan out your future fights. But right now, there's not a ton of that. You know your starting plan going in. I wish we could see the chat there.
It would be nice to see the chat, but unfortunately they have. Oh, and
Oh,
I
there
guess
we
we see the
go.
chat. All right, if we analyze
One
this,
game. I'm playing on Wii controller. Sorry, y'all. My
and
finger slipped.
there you go, guys. Collegiate experience right here. Hmm. Maybe someone is
Henry,
loading.
maybe. Oh, maybe someone is loading in? Question.
Sorry.
Sorry, fellas. I'm playing on a DDR pad. I don't know. Go back to lobby so we can set right map. Okay, so it looks like it is Lijiang Tower.
We
We're
have been
figuring this out step by step.
fooled once again, Jolly.
I'm playing off a piece of wood.
Interesting strategies by West Virginia Wesleyan College. Yeah, you are right, Jelly. You know, obviously we haven't started the match, so we don't really have a whole lot to talk about, but
I think the players are as confused as we are on why there are lobbies right.
most likely, I can't even read that. Can you, Jelly?
A gun in my hand and a smile on my face. That's a Mauga voice line. Are we gonna see a Mauga match?
Oh my gosh. You know, one of these times forecasting, you gotta wear that Mauga cosplay, Jolly.
For what purpose? No one sees it.
We'll get the cameras on for the casting.
If something game mode don't why it's oh it's gone.
Well, well, hopefully we're
Run it
run it
back.
back.
That's the strat.
Here we go. Hopefully we're gonna get this started this time.
Has
You know,
that been the problem? They're not starting the game mode? Oh no.
that is something. All right. Well, now I think this is the last time for the restart, and we're gonna get right into the match. So off the bat, it seems like they're most likely gonna be doing a rush comp, like we stated earlier.
Yeah,
Where they have,
most likely. Looks like we've got Moira Juno as the support backline, and then
yep,
we've got Ramatra, Sojourn, and May. That's a very strong composition for UNA.
100%. Rogue's definitely been practicing on his Ramatra. It'd be great to wall off the enemy tank or wall off anyone who's inting in and get that sweet kill.
Yeah. The only change that I might consider for the side of UNH is a Lucio might be ever so slightly better than a Juno here, and then also Symmetra is generally really good, especially on this specific point. But it's not necessary.
That TP would be very useful. All right. So let's get right into it. UNH off the bat, most likely going main or no? They will be taking
Looks like
left right side.
heading coast. Might have to be careful for a Lucio boop, but if they can make it through, they should be fine. It's like they're against a Diva, Hanzo, Tracer.
Ooh,
That's a very interesting composition from Virginia Wesleyan.
that was a really close boop we just saw, but it seems like Ramatra's going right into it.
Yeah, it looks like he will be taken out. He was getting a lot of punches on that backline there, but it just wasn't quite enough damage. Also, the May got picked off quite early.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think they're probably gonna take this time to stabilize and probably reorganizing it right back into this. They're gonna be speed ringing in, so they're most likely going through main this time.
Yep. I think going through main is probably the better option, just because you're a little too close to the edge there. If you're doing a
Ooh,
five-man for post, it looks like the Hanzo will pick off sticks. Now
unfortunate.
UNH probably just gonna have to regroup.
Ramacha very in right now with one support down. We're gonna. I think they are going in, or is he gonna back up? Does he get out? No, unfortunately.
Little too
Maywall,
late to back up.
close, close, close. They're gonna need to definitely take this time back to once again stabilize. Um,
Yeah,
like you said,
looks.
Jolly, going main is just much better for this comp, getting the Maywall off.
Yeah, and then one other thing to note with the double snipers that Virginia Wesleyan has, UNH just needs to go really fast. Put in a deep shield, do the speed ring, and just try and punch the Ashe and the Hanzo. The faster you go, the
Yes.
harder it is for the Hanzo to get picks.
Yes, it seems like right now they're going to be waiting for Rogue to get his shield back so they can push in finally. And it seems like
Yep,
they're rushing in right
there we go.
through main. Rogue is low. They pop out.
Dragons come out.
Do you have any ults right now? I'm not too sure.
I don't believe UNH does. Taking them so long to get these fights, they're probably going to have to try and get a Moira touch here. See if
Ooh,
they can farm Coalescent. The Moira will go and touch here. 94% ult charge. Just gotta farm that last little bit. Not quite able
so
to.
close. All right. It was a no, it was an okay start to the series. I definitely think UNH was just a bit more scattered with their plans. They weren't really rushing in, and they were getting picked off by the double snipers. So hopefully they take this time to analyze what the enemy team has been doing.
Yeah, and I mean, they were taking a long time between
Yeah.
fights. I think they only ended up getting 3 real fights there over the course of the 100%. They've just got to group up fast, go in fast, and then regroup quickly if it doesn't go their way.
I agree with
Although
you
I think if they go
100%.
fast, then it will go their way.
Yeah, if the faster they go, the less chance they have for the snipers to pick off them and to do poke damage before the fight, which is very important.
Yeah, I also think this point will be much better for them. They have White Room to work with, which is a much brawlier section.
Yep. As long as they take control of this, I think we'll see a good thing. But unfortunately, Hanzo is going to pick off their support. UNH is down one support into this fight, but they get the trade off with Hanzo.
Yeah, that's a huge trade that Hanzo has been causing issues, but it looks like he will get rezzed by the Mercy. UNH
Ro
now gonna have to regroup.
Rogue takes out three though, as we saw in the kill feed.
That
Right
is
now it's two left.
huge.
UNH is coming back. Rogue is just soaking up all the damage right click for form. I think
Yeah,
UNH
Andy
might have the
manages to
point.
live.
This is
It's
great play.
incredible that UNH flipped that.
Holy. Yeah, I mean, from what we saw, it seemed like West Virginia Wesleyan College was able to take back the Hanzo that got picked, but it seems like Rogue went in just get 3K, and now they're holding up in until they're almost into their spawn.
Yeah, I really like holding up here. Looks like they will have to back off, but
Mhm, mhm.
holding up close there forces the Wesleyan team to play in one choke, which is something they really don't want to do with the Diva and double sniper. They're looking to play slow and then have mistakes get punished. We see Annihilation come out. Hanzo will get picked. The Mercy isn't rezzing. I thought for a second they were rezzing.
They get Valkyrie out
Um,
from West Virginia and Westland.
it looks like Rogue will go down to the Coalescence. And this Coalescence actually picks off two. The Mercy
Ooh,
picks off the Juno. The Mercy
yeah,
got 2 picks there for
that is
Wesleyan.
interesting. I guess the Mercy has been practicing with that Glock.
Yeah, and
Uh,
UNH does have the advantage on percentage. They're just going to need to find a time to go in here.
I do
Those
think they
scatter arrows from Hanzo are really tearing up Rogue.
Yeah, that definitely gives me the Overwatch 1 flashbacks as a tank player before. Those scatter arrows are not going to be the greatest for closed room encounters, or if you just get hit in general.
Yeah. On the bright side, UNH has more ultimates going into this
Mhm.
fight. They have 3 ultimates and they're about to have all of them.
Do they have
And
a orbit?
they have Orbital, Blizzard, and Coalescence. And they are almost all the way to Bob.
All right, well, let's see. Maybe start with orbit into this fight, or a coalescence start. At least get one of these ults off. Oh, Jordy, what? UNH Juno is picked, but no trades. Rogue is
They
Rogue.
might flip the point here.
Rogue was able to pick off the Hanzo, I believe, and then the Bob was able to take another player off West Virginia.
Yeah. Nick Saris was able to get 6% off the flip on point. That should give UNH enough time to take a comfortable fight here wherever they want.
They still
They
have
can even
orbit.
do some poke to try and build up their annihilation.
I
Dragons
would.
come out from the side of Wesleyan. I don't believe it picks anyone. The Diva's 1 HP. There we go.
Rogue
He
getting the
has the
Hanzo.
annihilation. As long as UNH touches here and doesn't die to the bomb, they should be fine. Annihilation comes out from Rogue.
Rogue taking on the Diva. Diva going up. Let's see.
That Mercy will fall for Wesleyan. And now it's just a Moira and a Diva. Looks like there
Ooh.
will. Oh, wait, there's a Hanzo too.
Nope.
Where did
Hanzo's
he
back.
come from?
Did he get rest? I think he might have gone rest.
Potentially, and somehow, some way, Virginia Wesleyan has flipped this fight.
Very interesting for the series. So both teams have flipped the fight. Unfortunately, the first round will be going to West Virginia.
Low fight. I think the Mercy might have gotten a pick there to
Wow.
secure the res. But as of right now, this Hanzo player is just tearing up UNH.
100%. He's been able to get picks before the fight on both maps, so UNH will have to be wary about the Hanzo going into the next map.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Maybe we might see a switch over to a Junker composition here for UNH. That might work a little better against the Hanzo. It will be scary for the Junker Queen if you get shot in the head
yes.
twice, but very hard to hit target,
Definitely.
and you can close the distance quickly.
Definitely depends. I mean, the tanks are easier to shoot because they are bigger in size, but Dragon Queen is one of the more slimmer tanks, so that might be an advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think if they could run in with a Dragon Queen comp, they can. The faster they go, the less time Hanzo gets to aim at them. I can
And
work
it's
with.
harder to aim at a fast target.
Yeah,
So if they all run through with Juno Ring, it'll be hard for the Hanzo to actually aim the targets.
I will say Juno Orbit was held for a while. Hopefully, they can be able to get that out more faster during the next fights.
Yeah, we'll see how UNH adapts. I still think they have very solid chance in this match if they just make a couple key adjustments.
100%. As we saw in the second map, they were able to win fights and flip points. So it definitely leads you to believe that UNH definitely has the power to come back from this.
And it looks like we will be moving over to Eichenwald for the
Interesting.
hybrid map in this series. Eichenwald, I feel like that favors what West
Hon-
Virginia Wesleyan's been
Yeah.
playing. They
Huh?
do have a lot of space for the double snipers to work with in the nasty choke under the bridge.
100%. It definitely might be a bit harder, but if UNH is able to play that rush comp well and just honestly go right into it when calling out their target priority, I think they can get over through the bridge or go under the bridge.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Rogue Slayer plays any Sigma. That would be an incredible pick into West Virginia Westland on this map in particular. It just,
That
you can shield off the backline and force it so that when the diva goes through, there's not really anywhere for the backline to go except just stay back.
it would be nice to see May walling off that diva when they rush in. But they are on defense, so a May pick wouldn't be too bad here.
Yeah, I
That
think
diva
May
comes
will
in,
be
you wall
very
off.
strong.
Let's see. So we're gonna see Cass on the Juno now, and Leaf Team Relief Jordy on Kiri. Yep. Similar comp. We kind of run with JV, not the Ramacha though. Sword and a Bastion. No May, unfortunately. I do think a May here would be a much nicer, but let's
Yeah,
see
I'm
what UNH does.
not so sure about the Bastion here. Against both a Diva and a Hanzo, it's probably going to be quite difficult to get value as Bastion. But we'll see what happens. It's possible that Bastion will still be able to find a lot of value here.
Yeah, I mean, if they're able to get Diva to waste majority of her Matrix, then his form will be quite useful for this. It also depends on how West Virginia will react to kiting potentially Bastion's form or just going in all.
I'm also not sure how the new Bastion perks will affect the matchup
Ooh.
against Diva and Hanzo. I would have to imagine. Oh, it looks like they're running out on Ramatra for West Virginia Wesleyan, which is
Interesting.
better for the Bastion.
UNH just Swords one, but is back to full health.
I'm thinking like specifically with the heavy rockets perk or whatever it's called for Bastion, where he shoots out like his Overwatch 1 ultimate in his
Oh
turret.
yeah.
That might be better against a Diva.
Fortunately,
Fortunately, Saturn and Juno and Bastion and Kiriko do get picked. Only Rogue Slayer will be alive and he
And
will fall, unfortunately.
unfortunately, he's also not on the same respawn cycle, so it's gonna take him a bit longer. But I do think they're gonna have to give up for first point here. It seems like they can't get it touching.
Yep. One
How
nice
would you?
thing about UNH's comp here for the second point compared to West Virginia Wesleyan's is that they'll be able to hold the high ground, and West Virginia Wesleyan really can't determine when the fight happens. They can try and walk
Yep.
high ground, but UNH has a bastion.
Yeah, I would love to see UNH be able to defend the high ground, but unfortunately, we see both Kiri and Juno get picked off early into the fight. So this does give Virginia advantage in player count.
Yeah, we also see the dragon come out from the Hanzo. Rogue Slayer just looking to retreat here, taking a lot of damage but gets cleansed. The Sojourn and Bastion will fall, so now it's just Rogue and the two supports.
Hopefully, Rogue can potentially build first perk up and get the shotgun staff, but fortunately, he is gonna get picked off.
And UNH just needs to regroup here.
Definitely
West
need to
Virginia
stabilize.
Wesleyan moving the cart very quickly. They've had 3 on this payload the entire way. And now West Virginia Wesleyan has just under 6 minutes to try and cap this last point.
I believe UNH, if they're able to stabilize well enough, can be able to full hold this right here. It's definitely
Yeah,
gonna take a bit more.
this is a notoriously difficult point to take. However, Sojourn does get picked early.
And a
Dragons
second
come out
dragon.
again.
Wow. Hanzo able to build ult very fast into this.
Yeah, the Bastion does die from the side of UNH. We see the Annihilation come out from Rogue Slayer. This could do a lot. The Kiriko's low, but will get healed. The Mercy Glocks one.
Mercy Glock very dangerous into this. But we see Rogue
Oh,
able to
two
get
picks for
two.
Rogue.
But unfortunately, they're
Yeah,
gonna.
we'll see a counter Annihilation. And then the rest of UNH will fall. They have Orbital here for a potential fight. It'll be very difficult.
Oh, for
Oh, but
real.
we don't see the Ray come out.
I mean, very, very interesting. It is unfortunate we did not see the Ray out. That's kind of what Academy needed, but I think it's definitely an interesting match they played.
Yeah, 4 minutes 43 seconds left on the clock for West Virginia Wesleyan after the cap. UNH, they really just need to make sure they have at least a couple seconds left on the clock
Hmm.
after capping, and then anything's possible. They'll force OT with a chance to win.
Yeah, I 100% believe UNH can come back from this. I just think, they need to start stabilizing well, and they definitely need to rush more. It seems like the Hanzo is able to get a pick off in every fight, which definitely leads to the fight potentially losing. But we have seen Rogue perform very well with his Annihilate, so maybe we can see something potentially with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything can happen here. It is Overwatch.
We saw fights be flipped completely, and I believe UNH can flip this completely as well.
Absolutely. And it looks like we'll have a Genji get picked by Nexaris. I like that
Interesting.
pick, the composition they're running more, because Bastion, it's kind of a problematic character to play in that other composition. Just because he's such a big hitbox, and
Yep.
the Hunt farm dragons off of that, which we saw.
Rogue taking a lot of poke damage before the fight, but I think it's gonna be all end. Unfortunately, Genji will get picked off before the fight.
Yeah, hopefully UNH regroups here. As
Nice cleanse.
big Suzu
Yeah.
from Jordy. Rogue Slayer trying to go in and make space here. Picks off the Ana, but
Ram one.
Ana
Your
will get
Ram missed one.
rezzed.
We definitely see a push up here.
Yeah, it is very difficult to take space on this
Hmm.
first point as a tank player. So you basically just have to open up the angle for your team,
Ooh.
make it so that they can walk forward out of the bridge, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. He catches the Mercy, not quite able to secure the pick. but he's gained a lot of space here for his team.
Um,
Unfortunately, the
yeah.
Sojourn does die.
Juno getting picked off as well.
Now UNH will have to regroup here again. They are, I believe, close to annihilation. They've almost got Kitsune as well. Solid ultimate economy right now for them.
Yep. A solid bonus is that Kiri's about to get their first perk, and if they are to click the healing Afuenda, that will be able to keep them to help keep up the tank, and that is what they pick. That speed bonus for the healing paper is really important for Kiri.
Yeah, now we might see a Kitsune come out here. There goes the
Yeah,
annihilation.
annihilates.
He one off. Rez might get off, and it looks like it does. They got Bob and Nano and
Dragon.
Dragons out from the side of West Virginia. That's a good ult trade. That's
Yeah,
2 ult for 3.
this is
And now they'll
definitely
have
good.
Overclock and I believe what's the other one? Blade?
Orbiter.
Orbit, yes.
This is definitely good on the UNH side having Orbit still. They can definitely use it for their advantage to maybe rush in with. It definitely depends on how they go. Need a nice Suze here, which happens. I think they're gonna go in. Popping form. He is Rogue is far alone, and unfortunately will lead him to get picked off. UNH definitely needs to stabilize right here to be able to take a point.
Yep. No staggers. Staggers.
You definitely have your experience with calling that.
Yes. Now UNH approaching the bridge again. See if they can pop their ultimates and just get a decent chance at winning the fight.
Seeing
Hanzo
an,
does drop to half.
yeah,
It's like
seeing
I
an
was
orbit
saying.
here would be really nice. Oh, one
Soj
hit.
does get picked, and that's not in a resable location. Dragons comes out once again.
Orbit.
The
Hanzo
Hanzo
picked.
dies. That's a huge pick. They gotta not let the Mercy res here, and this is a one fight.
Mercy is going
So
far away from the rest
push
location.
up.
This is going to be into the favor of UNH. UNH using Speed Ring, running into Ram. They both pop Annihilate. Two Annihilates from West Virginia and from
Yeah, it's just Mercy and Ram here.
Ram dies. Mercy gets picked off.
Massive. And they pick off the Kiri. Oh, that was an
They get the
Ash.
res. They unfortunately get the
Oh no.
West Virginia does get the res. Unfortunate. Very close.
That one hurt.
We saw a counter annihilate. Fortunately, Mercy was able to get the res. We needed the Mercy pick. That was an unfortunate, but it's a great show. We definitely see there was definitely a lot of potential with UNH's Academy team bringing this back. They just gotta believe in themselves, believe in their playstyle, and rush in.
Yeah, we saw they had chances there. They just need to be able to capitalize on the chances, which it can happen. We'll have to
Yep.
see if they make the adjustments for this third map here.
Anything can happen still. That Hanzo's definitely been a thorn in UNH's side, and hopefully they're able to adapt going to this third map and see the potential versus Seep. What would you like to see them run into what is it? I think push now?
On push, let's see. The map choices there are Esperanza, Runasapi, Coliseo, or I think they want to stay far away from Runasapi, stay away from
Yeah.
Street. I I wouldn't want to go to Coliseo. Oh wait, it's Flashpoint.
Oh,
Looks like be
Saravasa.
on Suravasa.
Um, yeah, I mean between Saravasa and New Junk City. Actually, I think that is
Chunk
Saravasa.
probably would have been a little better. Suravasa,
Yeah,
especially first point for Hanzo, is really strong.
I think UNH is definitely gonna need to potentially contest the high ground with the Hanzo to be able to make sure he can't get that sight line. But
Yeah,
we'll see how
the
they're able
only
to.
characters who really can do that, Kiriko can do it.
Juno.
That's pretty much it here. Looks like they will pull out a Sombra. That could
Uh,
potentially contest the high ground.
Shuno's also able to get on the high ground, but I don't think she can't really DPS it as Kiri can two-tap. Juno isn't
Right.
really for DPSing
Juno doesn't have a lot of dueling potential.
until she does get the crit perk, which she does come sort of viable. Still not as great as Kiri's two-tap, but it's much easier to land Juno shots than it is Kiri shots, at least for me.
Yeah.
All
Kiri's
right.
shots are projectile, so it's a
Yeah.
little weirder. It comes out the same speed as Zenyatta shots.
Interesting. Good start with the speed ring. Gonna get hop right into this. Where would you like to see them push in from, Jolly?
I think it's perfectly fine what they're doing right here. Just force the stairs side and then West Virginia Wesleyan there. Um, Again, it will be very difficult for them to contest the Hanzo here. That's a great slow by Rogue Slayer.
Oh, very nice.
And a hack comes out onto the Diva. Looks like
Bastion's
there
gonna land.
actually isn't a Hanzo for the side of Virginia Wesleyan. Rogue Slayer will fall along with the rest of the UNH team.
Unfortunate, but we did. You know, I mean, this is obviously up to preference, but I mean, a May here wouldn't be too bad to wall off that Diva. But they also do not have the Hanzo anymore, which I think will be good for you.
Absolutely. The Hanzo has now swapped to the Genji, which is a little more of a carry potential character. However, I think with how much the Hanzo was tearing up UNH, it's in UNH's favor that they're not on that character anymore.
UNH going for a gauge from backside of point. Speedering in. Unfortunately, Juno's gonna get picked off. Rogue forming into Bastion. Hopefully, Bastion is half.
Yeah,
We
he
get a
could
pick. We
die
get a pick.
here along with the Mercy, although the
Oh,
Mercy gets
yes.
away.
Fortunately, a mercy target there would have been needed. Diva is going right into Ram. I think it's just Diva. Nope. There's Genji and Mercy. First
They
point.
do almost have Annihilation. They will lose the first point, though.
All good. I think they just pop. They go right back into second point, potentially popping Annihilation.
Yeah, they do have to be a little wary of other ultimates coming out from the side of West Virginia Wesleyan. I don't know what ults they might have, but I
Uh,
think Ramatra will have the first ult of the game.
yeah, I do believe Ramacha's gonna have first ult. I think Genji actually might be close to Blade, considering how much damage and kills eliminations he was able to get to begin the fight. He has one right here. Can we see potential pick off Genji? We do get the trade for Juno for Genji.
That's
Right
a
now,
massive pick, and now they don't have turret form. They can walk in with
walk
Annihilation
in.
here.
Are we gonna see Annihilate? He does. He's able to get perk per staff. Annihilate right into it. He's going straight for the Bastion. Oh,
Bastion
unfortunate.
will fall. Coalescence comes out from
Yes.
the side of West Virginia Wesleyan. Might see a Mercy res come out here. The Mercy uses Valkyrie. Jordy
Mercy's able to
trying to get out.
Mercy's
And I
able to
think the
pick
rest
off.
of UNH is dead.
Yeah, we saw Mercy pick off Sombra with a Glock probably. This Mercy is definitely a very more DPS style. Let's see. What do we know that UNH has for ults right now? They currently have Jordy's on, so they have Rush, and I couldn't see what the last one was. Maybe EMP.
Probably EMP, yeah. They are pretty close to Orbital as well.
Maybe we see a build up on Orbit and then baiting out Bastion form. They do have to be wary of time because JV has fallen to not looking at time. Genji Blade
West
right in.
Virginia, the one to initiate with the
Genji picked
blade. It
off.
will pick one. And unfortunately, with that second pick, UNH won't be able to push in. Second point will go to West Virginia Westland. They might be able to pick off this Moira. She's
This would be
very,
huge.
very
They do
far
pick off
extended.
Mora.
That is massive.
They are going to be moving on to the third point. I would like to see potentially an Orbit engage maybe if it is a fight for a point.
Yeah, I think that's a very good plan for UNH to use. Yeah, they have Coalescence and EMP. Their other ultimates here.
This is
As long as they use two ultimates, they should be safe to win the fight.
Yep. It's a bit Oh, Bastion ult does come out. They West Virginia most likely has Diva Bomb at this moment. And then what was their Mercy? No, they used Valk. They only have Diva Bomb right now, so UNH, if I'm correct, does have the ult advantage, but it seems like they're not going to need that.
That is crazy bomb.
Yep.
Remech bombing is good, but it's not good when everyone else on your dead. There's
Yeah.
5 people on the other team on point.
Diva
So
does
UNH will
escape.
take that first fight.
Diva does escape, not getting demacked, but yeah, third point going to UNH hopefully. We'll see how this goes. They have 2 ults right now. They could pop either Coalescent or Orbit during this fight.
That
Just to get
Diva's
that
very
extra.
low. Looks like there's a Hanzo now. Again, from West Virginia Wesleyan.
Bastion form and Coalescence. We
Coalescence
see
comes out.
Annihilate. We see
Mercy
Annihilate.
gets a pick with Valkyrie.
We saw Rogue pop
Mercy picks
Annihilate.
2.
Ooh. Mercy's crazy.
UNH did get 54% cap there.
That's very
So
good
they
for them.
just need to win 2 more fights here. Orbital should be able to secure one of the fights. And then I don't think Virginia Wesleyan has any ults left. So they should be able to win the fight by orbitaling.
Yeah, as long as they walk in with Orbit, it should be a secured fight. Hopefully we see that happen. No one picked off. Oh.
Yeah, they can just walk point here. Diva's not there. Here comes the orbit.
Ooh, right into
Dragons do
Dragon.
come out. And it looks like UNH will fall this fight. I don't know if they're going to be able to get another touch here. Their
Oh,
Sojourn did live.
Rogue back in 1, but he doesn't swap balls,
It's
so I don't
going to
see a
have to
touch.
be the Soj getting a touch here. It might be possible. Oh, not anymore.
Unfortunate. It was a
GG.
GG's. It was a tough, good fight put up from UNH, but fortunately, West Virginia will take the series from them.
Mercy play of the game?
That is something you don't see every day. You know, as we saw, the West Virginia's Mercy was like, they were popping off. Jeez. I wish the Mercies in my comp games would play like that.
With
Great.
that, we will be done with today's stream. Please be sure to tune in to tomorrow on the main channel here, the one you're watching right now, Varsity Rainbow Six Siege at 7 p.m. And then on the secondary channel, twitch.tv/UNewHaven Esport 2, we have JV Rainbow Six Siege, also at 7 p.m. We hope you tune in for those streams.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.